Today we are going to learn about basically a very easy topic of your syllabus, which is called linear inequation. You may have the basic knowledge of it in the previous classes, but we will see how it will pan out in. There are some important points to remember. First of all, what you should know is what about the linear inequation. Inequation is wherein we put the signs of greater than or less than instead of equal to, because equal to makes it equation. So we'll understand in this chapter how to solve inequations. So when two unequal quantities are compared with a mathematical statement in the form of x is greater than y or less than y or equal to, greater than or equal to, or less than equal to, we call it inequation. Second term which you should know is the replacement set. It is the set from which the value of the variable is chosen. Means there must be some set is given to you and you have to find out the answer, and that answer should lie in this replacement set only. And what is your answer? Which is called solution set. So it is the subset of the replacement set which always satisfy the given inequation. Now, how to take the values of x in the replacement set? You must have studied in the earlier classes about the how to solve the equations. So it is a similarly to that, only one or two things are basically different, but otherwise it is the similar pattern it will follow. First, the variable x can belong to the different set of numbers. Example, x belongs to n stands here for natural number. So I hope everybody knows what are natural numbers. It starts from 1 and all the positive side. So 1, 2, 3 goes to positive infinity. The next set of number is the whole number, which starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Next is represented by z or I, which is called integers. Set of integers, we all know it is all negative, 0 and positive set of numbers. And last is x belongs to R, where R is a set of all real numbers. Now this set contains everything, means decimal, fraction, rational number and everything it will fall in. All these numbers can be represented on the number line. Now very important to understand here, if it is given that x belongs to whole number or integer or natural number, then the solution set we always write down in the form of means in the roster form, by listing the elements in the roster form, like within the bracket 1, 2, 3 and so on. But if x belongs to R, means it's a set of real number, then we represents in the form of set builder form. So x is that x lies between -2 to 3. One thing is missing here, you have to show that x belongs to R, which is not written here. So to solve it, what are the rules to be followed to get the solution set? First rule, when the term is transferred from one side to another side of the inequation, the sign of the term changes, as we do in the equal to sign. When the equation, we solve the linear equation, we'll do that transposing type of a thing. So here as example is given, 2x plus 3 is greater than 17, so 3 will go on the other side, so it will become 17 minus 3. So sign of positive or negative will change when we transpose. So first thing you have to remember that. Second rule is, when we multiply or divide by the same positive number, now the sign of inequality remains same. So it is the same property like an equation. So if 2x is greater than equal to 4, we can divide both sides by 2. So it will be x is greater than equal to 2. So nothing will happen with the inequality sign. But the third rule, which is very important, if we multiply or divide by a negative number, then in that case you have to reverse the sign of inequality also. This is very important because this is the place where generally students do mistakes. So this you should be very careful about. For example, minus 3x is greater than 9. So here if we divide both the sides by -3, then if you observe, the sign of inequality is also reversed. So x is now less than -3. Okay, now if the question is given or inequality is given, what are the different steps we follow to solve it? First, we simplify both the sides by opening bracket and collecting the like terms. Like suppose variable term x is given, or so we keep it on one side and the another constant numbers on the other side. Then if it's in fraction, then we convert them into whole numbers. You can take LCM, multiply the entire inequality with that LCM, so you will get the linear, you will convert into the linear form, so that is easy to solve. Then collect all the terms containing the variable, means x is on one side and the constant term on the other side, and make the coefficients of variable, whatever the variable, like suppose it is 5x, then we make it as x, and 5 we divide from both the sides. Then they write the solution set. So whatever the you will get, suppose x is greater than 2 and x belongs to natural number. So what will be the solution set? It will be 3, 4, 5 and so on. So that way you have to just see what the condition which is given, and according to the condition, means you have to see the replacement set and then find out the your solution set. And then last thing is to represent that on the number line. So let us have a quick look at the how it looks replacement set. Suppose now it's given that x lies between -2 and -4, where x is equal to or greater than -2 but less than 4. And replacement set, if it is given n, so that means n means all the integers, all the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if you observe here, x lies between -2 to 4, so what are the numbers actually it contains? If we only take the whole part of it, so it is -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, correct? But in the first scenario, when the replacement set is given as natural numbers, so we cannot take -2, -1, 0 because they don't belong to natural number. So our solution set will be only 1, 2 and 3. We'll not consider 4 as x is less than 4, so we cannot take that. And how do we represent on the number line? We just need to draw a number line. You have to be very careful. 0 and one negative number, one positive number should always be there on the number line. 2 arrowheads on the both the sides has to be there. And then in this case natural number, so we make just simply dots on the solution set numbers. So it is 1, 2, 3, we make a clear dot on it. Second scenario, if it is a whole number, then in our solution set we can write 0, 1, 2, 3 and make a dot on those number. Now in case of integers, we know our solution set is -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, so we will make a dots on these all these numbers. Now these are the three set of numbers wherein we keep dots, but if it belongs to R, now R is a real number, so it contains all, so we cannot only place dots. We have to start from -2 to -4 and dark that line. Now you can dark the line, or you can, as shown in the figure, you can just place a line and shade it. Now important point here is how to represent, like if it is given -2 is less than or equal to sign is given, so that dot on the -2 we have to darken it. And if it is not equal, like in this case x is less than 4, so we just put a hollow circle, will not shade it or will not dark it, right? So this is the representation of all those solution set on the number line. I hope you understand. Let us look at the example. Find the solution set of the following inequation and represent on the number line. So here inequation is given as, now if you observe, there are two signs are there for inequalities. So you can say it as first term, and the central part is the middle term, and last 5/6 is the third term. So now how to solve it? In this case, what do we do is we'll bifurcate into two parts. First we'll take first and second term, and then we take middle term and the last term, and we solve them. So let us look at it. So if you see first and second term, if we have taken, so -2 is to 1/6 is less than equal to 3/6, -1 is to 1/6, and another side we have taken as x upon 3 minus 1 upon 1/6, so middle term and the last term. Now we have to solve it. First we'll convert that the mixed fraction into the improper one, so it is minus 13 by 6 and other one is 7 by 6. Then we have to take the similar kind of terms on one side and variable on the another side. So we'll take minus 7 by 6 on other side, transpose it, its sign will become positive. Then we'll take LCM as 6. So our answer would be minus 6 upon 6, which is minus 1. So minus 1 is less than equal to x upon 3. Then the multiplication by 3 on both sides, so we'll get minus 3 is less than equal to x. So this is one set. On the second and third term, if we solve it, we got x is less than 6. Now we have to combine these two. So if you observe here, x lies between minus 3 and 6. So we can combine to write down the solution set. And if you observe the question here, x belongs to I means it is a set of all integers. So let us look at the solution set here. So solution set is minus 3 because x is equal to also minus 3. So we'll start with minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we cannot take 6 because x is less than 6. And all these numbers we represent on the number line because it is x belongs to I integer. So no need to draw the entire line. We just place dots on the given solution set. So this is how we solve. Understood this. It's quite easy to understand and score well in your exams. Thank you very much.